after all you have heard, there's one rumor that I will confirm. I'm running for governor this year, and we will win this year. And we have seen many of the problems manifest itself for the last few weeks in Albany. The special interest culture of delay, deny, and destroy, delaying action, denying reality, and destroying anyone that stands up for the people of New York. Well, they haven't knocked us down yet, and they never will. They haven't knocked down the sheet metal worker from Rochester, who has been unemployed for 10 months, but is exhilarated to get his job back. But his union stood by him and never gave up on him and never will. They haven't knocked down a black single mom from Queens who's afraid that the transit fares will go up, but needs to take the train to feed her family. They haven't knocked her down, and they never will. They haven't knocked down a 4-generation family from East Harlem who has seen real estate not only drive out crime, but drive out affordable housing. They will not accept that a crime-free neighborhood is also free of colors, and they never will. And they will not knock down an older gay couple from Buffalo who was wondering why they have to explain why they want to be married, and aches for the opportunity to be that way. Observing all of that, I've had a very difficult last couple of weeks. Innuendo and ridicule and false rumors can leave a long and lasting effect. And it's no surprise that this comes in the middle of a budget process when special interests have a lot to lose, and in the beginning of a campaign when other candidates will do anything to win. But when I look at these New Yorkers and how dedicated they are to their struggle, I realize that this is not about me. This is about the people of New York, and I will always put the people first. I put the people first by sounding the alarm that we did have an economic crisis, and working with the legislature. We went back to Albany and we cut spending so that New York would be able to sustain it. New York was hit twice as hard. Our revenues are down twice the national average. And yet, our foundation is still strong, our credit rating is still high. That is not a rumor, that's the truth, and the people of New York deserve to hear it. I put the people first when I banned insurance companies, health insurance companies, from throwing people off. I put the people first when we extended health care benefits to those who become unemployed. And we put the people first when we mandated a 90-day meeting and notification if a foreclosure is to take place. And that's not a rumor either, that's the truth. I put the people first when I expanded the role of minority and women-owned businesses, who constitute 44% of the pre-approved companies who are only getting 5% of the state business. We increased their business by 4 times. They've received $162 million of profit in the 2 years that I've been governor. And we have taken those who are African American and Hispanic and Asian and other minorities and increase their share of debt issuance, banking, insurance, and the sales of security and bonds for them has sextupled. Now, sextupled means 6 times. Let's not get that confused with any rumors, because that is the truth. I put the people first. When we have passed one of the strongest DWI pieces of legislation in the country, where it is now a felony to drive drunk with a child in the car. That's not a rumor, that is true. I put the people first when I offered pension reform, landmark public authority reform, and after a long time, the reform of the Rockefeller drug laws. And people said it couldn't be done, but we were able to do it. And the reality is that I've done more in my 2 years of governor than most governors have done in 2 terms. And yes, I want you to judge me for what I'm fighting for, but go ahead and judge me on what I've done. But that's not enough for the politicians and the pundits. They want to know how you're doing in antiseptic polls before a campaign's even been run, and they want to know how much money you've collected from the special interests and the Albany insiders. Well, here's a news flash for the media. The special interests don't like me. And guess what? I'm not very happy with them either. So if you want a candidate that's always telling the special interests what they want to hear, but has never told the people of New York what they're going to do about the problems of our time, of balancing the budget, balancing the MTA's budget, rebuilding Ground Zero, stopping the violence among teenagers, then don't pick me as governor. But if you want a Democratic governor who fights for the Democratic values, who has had unprecedented Democratic victories against unrelenting opposition, then you let the special interests and the insiders know that the governor of the state of New York is putting the people first in New York. Now, I chose Hofstra here in Hempstead, New York, bordering on Uniondale, to be the site of my announcement because I have a very unique experience in this area. The last class I attended was at Hofstra Law School in 1982. The first class I attended was at the Little Red Train Nursery School that you can see from here in the fall of 1958. And guess what I learned? That if you pay more attention in nursery school, you don't have to go to law school. An old law professor of mine called it rules of the sandbox. See, at the Little Red Train, we had a rule: finders keepers. I spent $2,800 one semester to go to Hofstra Law School and take property to learn that that's right, finders keepers. And so I wanted to come back here to Hempstead, which was where I was taught to stand up for myself and to believe in myself, in spite of all the voices around me. You can't play sports, you're blind. You can't go to law school, you're handicapped. You can't go into public service, you're disabled. One of my opponents actually put it in his literature when I ran for the Senate. And yet, time has sensitized some of the labels, but the message is very clear. You can't do it.